I have a question.
Please.
I don't know how to word it.
Could you speak up, please?
Yes. Many of us on this spiritual path are very sensitive to energies.
We wonder why.
Yes. I'm unsure whether I have to do protection in certain places or when working with certain people, or if your energy is high enough, your frequency is high enough, are you already protected? Or do you need to do extra protection?
You've been told by many people through many years of walking down a spiritual path that you need to protect yourself. At that time it was correct, because you were, like many other people, was a small seed growing in the earth, and it had to be built a fence around it so the birds couldn't come and pick and swallow you up and pinch your energy. In other words, you know what we're talking about. But now, as you become more aware of your power, you don't need protection that much, because you already are this white light. And the more white light you have, the more power you have, the less that what you may call the other energy, and we will call it negative to give it a word, for like we said before, earthlings like words and packages and boxes. So that energy of a lesser vibration cannot hold to it. We say it like this: if you've got somebody trying to wake somebody else to a 100,000 watt bulb and they're only a 50 watt bulb, how can they do that? They can't. So it's the same as you. If you go into a place and you're already of this light, whatever is there cannot kind of assassinate you, cannot jump onto you. But if you feel it helps, and we say if you feel it helps, and it helps you to feel protected until you realise that you don't need this protection, then use it, beloved. Use it. We would do it like this. When you learn to ride your bike, all of you, you had wheels either side of the back wheel, safety wheels, baby wheels, infant wheels, and your parents pushed you along, but sooner or later you know you didn't need them. At that time you needed them to steady you, to give you confidence. And sooner or later you said, I don't need these. So off they came, and off you went, and you went through the puddles. You didn't want protection. You went through the rain, the snow. You didn't need protection. You was okay because you knew you could ride the bike. This is the same. As you walk into places, you know you are there, and you know that you cannot be what you mean hijacked with that other energy. But however, and we say it again, if it feels right for you now to have that protection, then there's nothing wrong in bringing it forward, asking it, integrating it. Nothing at all. But what we will say, there are those around who will come to your assistance. But sooner or later, as you become self-realised, self-in love with self, selfish, you realise you are not affected by other people's energy, only if you think you are. You, all of you here, could walk down the wards of infected hospitals and cure the sick if you put your mind to it. If you put your mind, your willpower. You could also walk down the ward and think, oh, I'm going to be affected, and you will come out with every disease there is. It's by your willpower that makes things work, beloveds. The more you power your will of self-control, the more you bring things to you that will help you within your growth in all areas, not just financial. Financial is just a tool. The body is just a tool for you to use to give your soul an experience. Does that suffice? Is that yes?
Yes.
Thank you very much. Do not become like Americans. Yeah, it means nothing. And we take the mickey of our brothers and sisters, for why not?
Yes.
They take the mickey of us. Thank you.
Right. Thank you.
Oh, we love it when he allows us to come through.
I have a question for you.
You may, quiet one. You've been sat there long enough.
Yes.
Do you know you have a monk behind you at the moment?
I do.
Thank you. We just thought we'd tell you that.
Yes,
Do you understand this?
I do understand.
You may ask your question
Thank you.
before these other females get in. You know what I'm talking about. Friar Tuck. You're welcome. And we mean Friar Tuck in a past sense, not the way you look now, in the physical. We are stepping out of the way now because sometimes he gets us in trouble.
And I've lost weight.
And we love it. Tell him how to lose the weight. He's heavy today because he's got this power. Oh, he's had too many biscuits as well. They were meant for Cheryl, but he ate them himself.
Well, I'd ask if you good selves. I've recently moved up from London.
Oh, good job.
This is where my family roots are.
In this life,
In
yes.
this life, yes.
Yes.
Definitely. I'm trying to phrase this in the most basic possible way I can here.
We like it simple.
Without sounding mercenary, I feel I've been led up here. But the more I use mediumistic skills and healing skills, the more I find myself abhorring the idea of actually charging people for it. The more I want to work for the greater good of people, the more I want to give them the message. And I feel that why should I charge? Why should I ask money of the people when they need that message of hope? My question is this a sign that my vibration is increasing, I'm ascending in understanding?
Is that the question?
Yeah, I'm a little confused.
Aren't we all? To what life is all about. We play with your energy, beloved. Monk stood behind you. You are worthy of great things. You are worthy of splitting the coin. You're worthy of walking down what you may call your street, like Gandhi did, or Buddha did. However, in this, what you may call land of plenty, you have to pay your way. If you give freely, which is beautiful, as one member of our group here, he walked the lands with the disciples. He took what was offered and paid no heed, for he knew he would be looked after. Now, beloved, if you can enter that frame, that willpower, to know that your every need will be looked after in any way, shape or form, then you will manifest that path. Led up here, you were persuaded, but you didn't need much persuaded in the soul. For your ancestral roots are here. Here is where you will find self-evident of self-belief, self-worth. And in self-worth, you know that it will be right to say, I am worth it. If I'm worth it, the universe will supply, in any way, shape or form, a roof over my head, clothes, food, a car. Abundant doesn't mean you will supply it yourself, beloved. It doesn't mean you have a 7-figure bank account. It means you are abundant in that moment. Abundant means everything. Love, money, health. So, allow us to digress slightly. To answer your question, it would be cruel if we just said it in a very sharp form and be what you call merciless. If you feel that it is right not to charge, then that is up to you. There is no wrong or right. It is just the way you are looking at something. walk amongst the lanes of Delhi. The old-fashioned gurus used to stay by the side of the road with their bowl. They would give out words of wisdom. People would come to the oracle. He, she would speak. They would pay homage with food or upkeep of something that would help that person in their earthly years. That is the same as charging. But also to know your own worth, you have to say, and we will say, you have to, with yourself sooner or later, say, I am worth it. And that sometimes takes an effort of self-realization. For if you don't think you're worth it, trust us when we say this, nobody else will. And we say that with humbleness and love in our heart, for you all to understand it. You are all worth it, beloveds, all of you, in every way, shape or form. For what you've done for mankind, what you've done for yourself, how you put yourself through the ringer of somebody else's comments, somebody else's behaviour to you many years ago, how somebody's treated you. This is all about the human race moving forward and standing up to themselves. To themselves, we say, standing up to yourself. There's power in these words. Looking at yourself and saying, I am worthy. I am not what you may call. You wipe your feet on, beloveds, and we use your earthly words. We are one with you, beloved, all of you. For we've walked this earth before. We've walked in the same shoes, but in different years, different ages. We've come across what you may call your conditions, but in different energy, different vibrations, different understandings. So we speak with authority, and we speak with knowing. Love thyself in every way, shape or form. Unconditional love is best left at home until you love yourself. And when we first come and said to our partner that same thing, in the first challenge we got through to him after we said we are the 12, he flipped. I was told this, he was told that. We said, you were told wrongly. My words, and I speak now who gave you these words many years ago. Unconditional love, beloveds, was misrepresented in what you call your earthly Bible. The words were twisted to suit the people. Unconditional love, yes, it does exist, but not in the shape or form that you think it does, until you realise you have to love yourself first and foremost. For if you love other people without loving you, you are not. You are zilch. And you are not that. So we come to you in this manner once again through the question that our beloved brother has put forward in this life, in this way. For we will seize every opportunity to remind you how brilliant you all are. Just some of you have forgot it. Even him who we speak through now forgot it until many years ago. Unconditional love does exist, but please love yourself first and foremost, and especially you, our brother. Thank you for bringing this question. For not only you will have an understanding, but the people here, seen and unseen, and those of a wider audience.